Are you ready?
Yes. I'm Chris Cobb, and I'm the author of the Van Wyck books. These are them right there. Van Wyck is a detective that lives in Los Angeles, and he basically explores and solves mysteries in and around Southern California. Well, he's kind of mysterious. He's a little sardonic. He's got a very dry sense of humor. A lot of people give him shit because he's such a dry guy. He's as cool as I wish I could be. But he's actually based off of a couple of different sources. I'm a big fan of Adam Hall, who's a spy novelist, and he actually had a spy by the name of Quiller who was pretty fascinating because he wasn't a big drinker and he didn't carry a gun. So he kind of made James Bond look like a pansy. I like the idea of a detective who had kind of a complicated relationship with drinking, because golly knows we've all got a complicated relationship with drinking.
Do you have a complicated relationship with drinking?
No. She wears the pants. It's an illustrated novelette, is what we call it, so it's actually words, but we have different illustrators for each of the books. The first book was illustrated by Scott Griffin here. Scott Griffin's great because he does etching and things like that, so his art style is very, very unique. And then we followed that up with our second book, which just debuted a couple months ago, Lance Richland, who does oil painting. I thought writers were crazy. It turns out artists are nuts. Mother and I were actually in the writing program together at UCLA, so we sort of talked about things back then, but then I moved back home to the Bay Area. When I moved back down there, we reconnected. They were looking for a serialized set of books, so basically they wanted some books that had a continuing story, and I thought about it for a while and came at it with the concept. They loved it, and that's how the idea was born. I've been writing for about 15 years now. These are my first published on paper. I used to write for a number of websites, not to mention journalism and stuff like that, so the schools that I went to, UCLA, give them a shout out. It has been proven that your life will change if you make this purchase. And my books are only $4.95. Look at that.
That's very cheap.
$5 to change your life.
It's worth it, people. It's worth it.
The next one is actually coming out next month. If you come out to the Hive, we're doing an event at the beginning of July.
Happen to have any parting words or thoughts?
Absolutely. InkPenMutations.com. The books are Van Wyck, the Van Wyck series. Go ahead and buy them now. They're definitely going to be collector's items. I plan on dying of gout, so they're literally going to double in value. And if you come out to the Hive, I will buy you some bourbon for making the trip out. And that's a dead serious offer.
That's a deal, baby. That's a deal.